Hey everybody, it's Felicia Stitzel with Vintage Vine Marketing, and welcome to today's Wine Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about how to make your winery more sociable, both the physical and the digital side. So it's going to be a little complicated for me to explain to you like this, so let's check it out over here. So let's dig into it. We all know, for anybody who has experienced, drank, or of course you guys owns wineries, we all know that this is a social community. Period. You don't find a whole lot of people who buy wine to drink on their own. They normally buy wine with somebody, or they want it to share with somebody, or they're sitting on the couch and they're enjoying it with their friends while watching a movie. Everything about drinking wine is a social experience. But how do you translate that social experience over to the digital side? How do you create that social experience on your social media websites? I'll give you guys examples of different levels of social media engagements between the very, very best and people who are just doing it right. So I went on to VinePair, which is an amazing website. Really enjoyed checking out their stuff. They've got really good items for sale, and it's just awesome website. Check them out. But I was checking out one of the articles that they had on here, which is 12 of the most impressive wineries in the world. So I was going through and doing my research, and I was checking out a few of these places. So the first one that I checked out is this one right here. It is this beautiful destination winery for in Spain, and it was created as like a holy place to worship wine. So I checked them out on Facebook. Now these guys are, as you can see, kind of popular, but they're not very popular. So even though that they are known as being the number one on the 12 most impressive and most popular wineries in the world, their social media isn't doing great. You know, they have 37 ratings, reviews, although that they are, staying up to date as far as putting posts up there, putting pictures on there. All those things are awesome, but these are mostly people who are tagging this location. They aren't the ones who are actually posting on their behalf. So that's one example. Another example is, we come down here, and all these places are beautiful. You should check all these places out. But another place is here. So we go from Spain, big old country of wine, to Napa Valley. So Napa, we're actually going to close this out. Napa, obviously, huge winery community, major in the techo world because of the Silicon Valley that's there. Absolutely backdoor entrance on some of the greatest technologies developed. And these guys are a great example of social physical versus social digital. So you can see they've got a lot of people. They have their Facebook laid out really great. They have high popularity times. Their photos are gorgeous. They've got tons of reviews. But they've got videos. They are sharing things. They're recommending other people. So they aren't just staying within their winery. They do. So the next, we go to a winery that I have visited and is absolutely astounding. If you haven't been here, you should make it as a destination place for you to go. But that's just it, is that these guys, they have created themselves to be a absolute destination experience. And it's not just because of the wines they offer, but the location, the atmosphere, the events that they do, the wine that they offer, the whole dynamic experience of visiting a castle. So I visited this place last year with my dad and my sister, and it was amazing. I mean, it was like a $50 ticket, something like that, to go and do the tour and to do a tasting at the very end. And I would have probably paid triple that just to be able to walk around. So as you can see, tons of people know this place. They like this place. They are doing a really good job on social media. They have amazing events that they do annually. events that they do semi-annually, events that they do every couple months. But the great thing is that they aren't just on Facebook. You can see over here that they have their YouTube, their Instagram, their newsletters, and all of these other social engagements that all feed into one place. And that is where it's key. It's because these guys, they're being able to show us that their Instagram is getting fed over to their Facebook. Their Twitter is, their Pinterest is. I mean, all of these different social media platforms are now all integrated into one. So that way a single customer could have a conversation on all of those platforms in one location. And that's really cool. So these guys are amazing. They are absolutely doing it right. They are posting daily, if not every other day. They're being very, very proactive with their videos. Really great stuff. These guys are a perfect example on somebody who's doing it right. But if you don't have millions and millions of dollars to build a castle and to have to market with, then I would suggest somebody doing well, we're going to change things up a little bit. So this is a winery that's actually here in Idaho. Went and visited them. They're centrally located downtown. Well, not so much downtown, but they are really centrally located in the Boise area. And they just have a really cool atmosphere. But what I love is that they are doing, I mean, if you look in comparison to the Castello, then obviously these guys are really small in comparison to that dynamic of wineries and popularity. But these guys have a fantastic sense of community. So not only are they, they are quick to reply, they have a decent amount of community, especially for here in Idaho. They're posting generally daily. They're using hashtags to help themselves as well. You can see that they've got videos and they've got photos and they've got reviews and all that other great stuff. But the beautiful thing is that they're also huge on events. So they do all kinds of different events. And look at these. I mean, they have something going on all the time. And that is where, personally, I would say a winery is really doing it right. Because the more events that you have, the more social dynamic that you can pull from your digital side to a physical side. Because nobody wants to go to a winery event by themselves. They're going to bring a friend. I went to these guys and when I did a tasting, and I took my husband with me. Most of the wineries that I visited here in Idaho, I've taken my friend Angel with me, because nobody wants to go and do these things on their own. We want a partner. We want a friend. We want a girlfriend to go do it with us. We want a husband to experience it with us. All of these things they create in pairs, just like Noah's Ark. And then we have the other end where you have multiple different wineries coming together to build festivals. And this is something that I'm really excited about, because more and more wineries are deciding that they no longer need to be an island. They want to start joining in and bringing up in arms with other wineries to do an amazing event. So in a couple months, or excuse me, I guess that's next month now. So exciting. Next month, there is going to be a Sunnyslope Wine Trail Festival. Now, this Wine Trail Festival is actually going to be put on, and you're going to have an experience from multiple different wineries. So all these other wineries are advertising for this event. And isn't that what we all want? Would be do more events. I know that events sometimes you just want to pull your hair out. I've organized enough of them. I get it. But even if you're to do something small, there have to be something crazy. But it has to circulate around two aspects of a community. You know, the wine community and, let's say, a fundraiser or music or art, or, I mean, you can pull from all these different niches and pull that into your one singular community where everything is located at the winery. It helps promote your sales. It helps push people into your tasting room. But because of the community factor of the art, or because of the music, or somebody who appreciates that you're doing something for Alzheimer's or cancer or PTSD or fundraising for dogs, I mean, whatever the case may be, You want to capture that community, because that, to me, is one of the most important things that you can do for your winery and for your customers. So thanks for tuning in to this week's Wine Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed it and show you a little bit on the inside on how people are perceiving. Be sure to tune in next week for more tips and tricks of the trade.